and also to John from Brennigan's Earth Moving and the great work they've done.
All right, something got a bit exciting here. Mx2 on the line, and James Scott a wonderful start. So the JCR Elephant Window Systems team over this. James Scott gets the whole shot. Good start in there for Flynn Watts on the Mr. Motorcycles race team as well. Phoenix Van der Schoten's into the hand of the pace, and we've got some star-studded lineups ready here as our Mx2 gets underway. Brought to us by Underwood Wilkins. James Scott absolutely scintillating at the front here. Chased hard by the 22 of Flynn Watts, who's recently made the move onto this Mr. Motorcycles race team. And looking out for this one here, there's Phoenix, the good third. And all our top level competitors getting underway, but James Scott, man, he delighted us at Labour Weekend at the Hook onto MX Fest. He's turned up to play here today, but look at Flynn Watts. He's not going to let him get away with this one. We've got a bit of carnage in the spiral section. Hopefully everything sorted out nicely there. So a bit of drama, a bit of chaos going on for MX2. And looks like, it might have been Curtis King, one of those ones hung up in the chain reaction. So one went down, nowhere to go for the rest of them. And a decent little pile up. So a bit of drama early doors here, MX2, but James Scott leads Flynn Watts. So then Phoenix Van der Schoten. So three of them have streaked off a little bit here. And we're going to see some absolutely breathtaking pace as we watch them over the Tony Rees Motorcycles finish line. The 108 leads the 22 and the 722, so this is good for those guys there. Good little move from Manic Dixon to go around the outside. So Manic Dixon now will jump his way into fourth place ahead of Luke Heafy in there in fifth. Jared Hannon's the one in sixth place. Tyler Cook's there, good start from Tyler in seventh. We've got Richard Horn there in eighth on the 125, so the first of our little smaller power two-strokes home. We've got Jack Coleman there in ninth place with Aaron Manning running in our top 10. Ryan King, Alex Garland, and Sam Corsten take us all the way down to our top 12. So absolutely breathtaking. We've got these massive 15-minute feature-length photos. So plenty of time for this one to dish up some excitement. But look at this. We've got a lot of excitement out the front. Classy top three now. Look at Manic Dixon now in fourth place, starting to reel them in.
Right, so there we go. Great news, and we heard just a month or so ago that this man, Flynn Watts, had been picked up by Mr. Motorcycles race team out there on the Yamaha YZF 250. Flynn Watts, an amazing talent, New Zealand former New Zealand junior champion, ready to hit the big time. He's been a bit of an up and down ride for the young man, but the team, Mr. Moto Yamaha Blue Crew, Mr. Motorcycles, White's Power Sport, Bridgestone, along with Shoei Fly, Yamalube, Guts Racing, and Bear Unique Graphics has come together for a cracker on the Te-Puke man, certainly feeling right at home here at Awakaponga today. So what a great ride from him. The 108 of James Scott needs very little introduction, but I tell you what, that Yamaha apprentice ride coming in there from Flynn, super exceptional for this young man who's been kicking big time in a lot of good motos recently. So there we go, looking out, James Scott did him first, then looking to Flynn Watts for the second place. Yamaha to Yamaha in this massive lineup of MX2, then go to the Honda Hotshot, the man from Otaki. It is Phoenix Van der Schoten out there on the best build motor Honda bike, running to four, and Manic Dixon, Mad Dog's the man as we nickname him, out there to go at the moment ahead of the 48 this time. So that'll be an opportunity to just look at the rest of the field. I see Cody Griffiths, Curtis King a long way back. I think it might have been Cody, it might have been the rider that was down there before. So keep look out. In fact, the 43 is Luke Heafy. Luke Heafy in fifth place. Well done to the Nelson man. So Luke Heafy coming all the way from the mainland for Summercross. So 43 out there for Luke Heafy. Thought it was a 48 odd spot on the bike, but a 3 and the 8 do look similar. So there you go, the Nelson Motorcycle Centre. Nelson breaks up for scene. Whole shot grip and rip Aero Man on the H&H Stigger Bruce Jacobson supported bike. That is a great run out there, Brad, from Luke out there, and with the best company in New Zealand at the moment, a quality field MX2.
Absolutely, a wonderful start from our mainland team. So we've got this unfolding nicely. It is a purple lap time for Manic Dixon, so that's certainly starting to get spectacular. Manic Dixon is the fastest on track. He's back in fourth place. So you've got James Scott still dialing us out in front. We've got Flynn Watts and Phoenix Van der Schoten 1 and 2 NZ in junior 250cc racing at the Nationals in April this year. So they know how to battle it out on a racetrack. And then Mad Dog Manic Dixon on the CML KTM flying in fourth place. This is going to be good. And then you got Luke under a little bit of pressure now. And it looks like Jared Hannon, the second of those Mr. Motorcycles race team competitors, is piling on a bit of pressure. And Jared Hannon, an international star, what a year he's had on a motocross bike. But the action at the front, we're looking, James Scott leads the 22 of Flynn Watts and Phoenix Van der Schoten. Now Manic Dixon has entered the fray. We've got a full-on four-way tussle here. Can't wait to see this.
Look at that 1, 2, 3 broad, Brad. Then a bit of a gap because that's the calibre of the field. So those four have made a bit of a bolt. We'll get back to 5th place now. Being led by the man out there, Luke Heafy, 48. In fact, it is clearly an 8 on the bike. So the 43 in the program looks to be an update as we check out the next rider looking to go through there. I think it's going to be Jared Hannon. Yes, it is Jared Hannon to move up. Looking out for Tyler Cooksley in there, along with Jack Coleman. Big step up from Jack yesterday. Ryan King running in 9th this day from Richard Horn, doing the work out there today on that 125. I presume he's still got the 125, or is he on the 250? Unsure. Of course, here with no 125 class today, if you've got a 125 and want to run with the big boys, you get out there on that bike. So Ken, look out for Richard, whether he has got that 125. Yes, it is. It's Karadiana. And are there any other 125s in the MX2 field today? That'll be the asking question. That is exceptional from Richard. Super dad, super champion, super nice guy. Mr. Richard Horn, 394 and flying on that hard-working gas 125. That is wicked out there from Richard. So well done. Cracking. I think I was talking about him in the top 10 there at the moment. So go Richard on the 125. Man, Brad, a long time since we had big league motocross with all the major competitors fronting up. And man, have we ever seen some changes in our field. Look at this from the young hotshot out there. I think for the 22 of Flynn Watts, that is absolutely superb. And he's just stamped his name in amongst those top three. We knew the credibility of those other riders, and they are awesome in there. But Flynn Watts, a true champion in the making right here, right now. You're seeing it first, ladies and gentlemen. Bring it on with Yamaha.
All right, here it is. The L3 window system. JCA Yamaha team will be absolutely loving this. James Scott just put a really quick lap time in, so he's sort of broken the challenge a little bit of Flynn Watts. He was right on his back wheel before, but now James Scott just trying to sneak away with this one a little bit. We've got back plenty of action behind Flynn Watts. Phoenix Van der Schoot, Maddox Dixon, nothing in that battle, and that's the second, third and fourth places. Someone's going to miss out on a podium here, and it's spectacular racing. We've still got a massive 7.5 minutes to go. We're only halfway through MX2 race 1 as Jared Hannon's up into 5th place now, ahead of Luke Heafy, so 5th and 6th has changed around. Ryan King's on the charge. He was quick as that last up around with a 1:43.3. He's up into 7th place. We look out for Tyler Cooksley ahead of Jack Coleman. So Jack here, absolutely breathtaking on our junior day. He's now made the step up into the MX2 category. He's in 9th place with Richard Horn in the top 10. We've got Aaron Manning ahead of the likeable Reese Robb on the Team Reese Honda. So wonderful top 12 action here, as it was all shaping up nicely, but Maddox Dixon made a little bit of a mistake. He's now dropped back a little bit, Neil.
Hey, I've got no other two-stroke. I'm looking out there for a two-stroke. Remember, of course, 250 two-strokes are no longer eligible for MX2 racing. They've gone to MX1, as have, of course, a bigger bike like a 300 as well. So Richard Horn on that two-stroke, that is awesome. So, and to think that he's out of the veterans field doing a double here today in MX2 and in veterans racing on the tiny little 125. I'll tell you what, he's a slight-sided guy as well. He probably only comes in at about 76 kg. So good for you, Richard. That is fantastic to watch. So well done. Bring it on. As we see the yellow flag going out here at the top of the hill, 777, just to watch one a bit further back there. There we are with our 22, go to the race lead as the boys jostle into the corner. So out in front still at the moment for James, go to the 22. There's your update. So James Scott along with the 22 out there for Flynn Watts, go to Phoenix Van der Schoot, and along with the number 4 for Maddox Dixon. And Maddox, of course, with the fastest time out there as well at the moment, ahead of Jared Hannon, going back to the 43 of Luke Heafy, gets him out to 110. Ryan King go to 809 in the traffic as well. Tyler Cooksley, well done in 121. Jack Coleman along with 394, who we've been talking about there. And Richard Horn go to 982 at the moment for our update, and I think the 982 will be just going over the screen on us a little bit. And the 330 for Reese Robb out there on that Team Tony Reese Motorcycles. And Dad was wearing a Honda shirt this morning, and I had to congratulate him on finally choosing a great shirt. So well done to Team Robb and joining the winning team here in the Eastern Bay of Plenty for Tony Reese Motorcycles.
Oh, this is good, all right. So we've got a big buffer from James Scott to Flynn Watts. It's electrifying racing in behind, though, because we've lost Maddox Dixon. He's had a couple of crashes on that lap around. He's plummeted into 11th place, so a lot of work to do now for Mad Dog, but the real excitement is out on the racetrack. We've got James Scott well in command. Flynn Watts is in 2nd place, then Phoenix Van der Schoot, but look out for Flynn. He's on a real fly here at the moment, so still got a massive 4.5 minutes to go. And James Scott, Flynn Watts, this is going to heat up. I think Flynn is certainly getting some real good pace in this one. Phoenix Van der Schoen's made a mistake. He's gone down on the wall jump, so big bits of drama here for the Model Westfield Honda team. Here's some trackside now. Hopefully everything A-OK. That'll promote Jared Hannon up into third place. So the 999 has inherited a podium spot here. Then we go back, Connor Heavey's still there. That'll be now fourth place with Ryan King up into fifth, Neil.
What about that for the fact that Mr. Motorcycles, their satellite race team, they've got two of the top three in here at the moment. These are not the big team riders. So you've got a Jared Hannon and in there Flynn Watts at the moment. Craig Brown knows talent when he sees it. After all, he's talent with a capital T as well. So how's that for the Mr. Motorcycles satellite race team? Doing it when the big race teams have got a gap in there because their riders are a little bit further back in the traffic at the moment. So go the best out there. That is absolutely brilliant. So looking out there in the collision course, and there's Richard on that 125 getting jostled out. Maddox coming back. He's fighting his way back in the field. Might have been well down there, Brad. He's got back to ninth place as he launches past the Tony Rees Motorcycles lap score line here at the moment. So going for it out there on the 398 at the moment for Richard Horn on that Gas MC125, courtesy of Bike Talk Racing from Taumarunui. So off the top, it is James Scott ahead of 22 at the moment. Flynn Watts go to 999. Jared Hannon 43. And there the incredible Luke Heafy as we look back to 110 Ryan King 809. How's that at the moment? That is what you want to see. Tony Cooksley ahead of 121. Young Jack Coleman had an absolute muck up here yesterday, and good that he's made the recovery. Thought the bike was dead, but in fact they were able to resurrect it and get him back on the racetrack. 393 out here for Aaron Manning. Aaron Manning picking up a good result. Ahead now Maddock on the charge, going to Richard, go to Reese Robb, and out there the 41 now of Curtis King. Where's he come from? Curtis King, he was almost last, and he's now cracked the top 12. Great recovery for the Upline Star Honda rider out there.
Oh yeah, this is heating up at the front, 2.5 minutes to go, and James Scott, Flynn Watts locked in a pretty good contest here at the moment. They've streaked off now because of the damage going on around them. So we've got Phoenix Van der Schoen, he is still trackside here. Shout out to the competitors for taking the time to go around that injured rider. So real big shout out to these top competitors. They're going for absolute glory, and to take the time to roll off nicely and go nice and slow next to the area. Can't speak highly enough of that. So James Scott, Flynn Watts, there's only 2.5 seconds in that gap, so nothing in it at the front. Jared Hannon's a further 4.5 seconds back in third place, and now we've got a great little battle for fourth and fifth place. Connor Heavey and Ryan King. A couple of youngsters in New Zealand motocross really going at it. We've got Tyler Cooksley riding behind them as well, Jack Coleman and Aaron Manning. And there is Maddock Dixon, so Maddock up into ninth place. And he is quick too. He just did a 138. Everyone around him's in the 140. So the fastest lap of the race is Maddock Dixon, and he's absolutely flying, trying to charge through this pack. He had a couple of crashes a couple of laps ago, and has now made a mountain of work for himself. But the Mad Dog, he's on with the CML KTM, absolutely flying. As we check it out, race leaders James Scott and Flynn Watts. This is going to get pretty interesting, Neil. We've got a minute and a half to go, and there is not much in that battle for the front, so don't rule out a bit of glory here for that Mr. Moto race team. They've got 2 and 3 on the cards, but Flynn Watts is coming in hot.
I tell you what, Flynn Watts, when I saw the news that he'd gone to the MO race team, I thought, I tell you what, there's a whole lot of other race teams that missed out on this man. This was real talent with a capital T in New Zealand, and nobody had claimed him. He wasn't green, he wasn't orange, he wasn't white, he wasn't red, he was nothing. And here he was coming in blue under the satellite of Mr. Motorcycles. So I thought, absolutely incredible. What a coup for Brownie and the team to get on there, and for Flynn himself. And look at that, a pure match for James Scott. How many other riders can match it with James out there? This is Mx2 at its elegance, and look at him. He is absolutely faultless out there at the moment. An immaculate bit of moto. This man is a hero. You don't win junior titles and give it all away. You come back, and you come back better and stronger. And look at that for a moto ride. Whipping it big time over Power Farming jump as he heads down into the left-hander and heading out towards the number 6 jump. So great work out there. And Jared Hannon, we know of his class. He's been to America. He's done the Redders. He's done the big time over there, and he's making a true name for himself. So 2 satellite riders in amongst James Scott as a factory-supported rider. So that is an awesome trio, Brad.
Yeah, we've got a great little show in 4th and 5th place too. Luke Heafy and Ryan King. That is raging on. They've been going at it hammer and tongs for a couple of laps now. They're just heading down the number 3 step down. So look out for that one to come alive. The clock has expired. So when we come around, the white flag will be out for James Scott. We've got Flynn Watts right on his tail. We are in for a really good last lap here as we give you an update of the top 10. James Scott, Flynn Watts, Jared Hannon, Luke Heafy, then go back to Ryan King, Tyler Cooksey in 6th place, Jack Coleman ahead of Maddock Dixon's up at 8th place, ahead of Aaron Manning, and then go back to Richard Horn, rounding out our top 10. Star-studded field here, Neil, we're coming down to the crunch. White flag out for James Scott on the next pass around. Here he is here, about to come under the Tony Rees Motorcycles feature finish line. White flag out now, 1 to go. Can James Scott hang on to this one here?
And remembering still Maddock Dixon with the fastest time as well. It's Maddock that's got that time. And remembering those times, we've got the Damon Rees trophy up here today for the fastest rider at Summercross. How cool is that for a brand new trophy? This is his home club after all. The loss of Damon, absolutely devastating this year, but he'll never be forgotten. And it's trophies like this that'll be up for grab as the fastest rider at Summercross, irrespective of whatever the class, Mx2, Mx1, don't care whether it's a YMX, could be a woman. We could have Courtney Duncan here to do it. It would not matter. So the fastest rider, that's recorded over the first 2 rounds, because the last round uses the Joker lane, which is effectively a shortcut to Opton, only a one-off opportunity. So that would automatically give a much faster lap by somebody during that. So only rounds 1 and rounds 2 are eligible for it. And this is round number 1 of racing for all these classes. So far, that fastest time in the hands of the number 4 out there, Maddock Dixon. He's got a finger on the Damon Rees trophy with his ride that he's got on here at the moment. It is beautiful. Well done, BOP Club, and remembering Damon. Ride forever, Demon Damo, and never to be forgotten. So bring it on with more great motos. And this one, fastest time. Not the first, not the one with the most points. Who's the fastest? That would really suit Demon Damo. After all, he's still got lap records galore at moto events around the country, particularly for his road racing prowess. So well done to the might of Demon Damo, and to be remembered by the BOP Club here today. But I tell you what, last lap to go, Brad. Can that man still hold on? James Scott under pressure, bring it on. 22, come on. Where's the Flynn Watts supporters today?
Here we go, we're getting down to the crunch now. One more jump and a corner to go. James Scott's done enough. I think he's over the Max's Tyres tabletop, and he will break hard into the final left-hand corner. It is going to be a maximum 50 points to start the day. James Scott gets it done on the L-Therm window system, Chasey A Yamaha. Chase hard all the way by Flynn Watts, and I tell you what, absolutely nothing in it when they come down. And we're going to have some spectacular racing all day long. We've had delightment in MX3, our women's and our all our categories, our veterans, and we've got our youth MX coming up next as well. That's going to be delightful. So, man, the Summercross turning on here. Top 2 have come home. This is going to be a wonderful top 3 for Jared Hannon. He's going to come home and grab that one there. So 3rd place and a 2-3 result for Mr. Moto race team. That is a credit to Brownie and the boys down there. Absolutely brilliant. Then we go back to that exciting battle. 4th and 5th place, Connor Heafy has been absolutely hounded all race long, but he's going to hang on and get the job done. So a great top 4 there. He's going to hang on ahead of Ryan King on the best built Point Stars Honda. And then we look at Tyler Cooks. He's going to hang on there. That will be a quality 6th place. Maddock Dixon's going to come home in 7th. So good damage limitation for our number 4 Ian Z. He'll be ready to go, and credited with that fastest lap of the race, Neil. So a little bit of excitement there for Mad Dog, even though he finishes down in 7th.
Hey, I want to do a shout out for those people watching and listening online at Ctas. We're back and live, of course. Ctas will be joining us for up and coming road race events. Also, of course, at Woodville for the Woodville Honda International Motocross Grand Prix, and to many of you out and about on the world of Ctas. So an opportunity when you can't always be at events to follow it. Shout out goes to fellow commentator and road racing, should we say, a freak or a nut. Love you, Spider. Thank you very much for your feedback, and great to have you with us, Graham Staples out of Wellington, watching racing here today. So maybe you want to text friends or family and tell them how they can get onto Ctas and watch what's happening in this mighty venue. To Grant, to Joseph and the team doing another amazing, exceptional bit of coverage for our events in NZ here. So bring it on. Racing, of course, brought to us by Underwood and Wilkins for 51 years. You heard it, 51. All of the 51 years they've come together to support this great event. They picked up the club in their infancy when the club was on a high. They even became the naming rights sponsor at one point as well, and they've long continued. Every year, Underwood and Wilkins has put their name on the program. I'd like to wish all of those new partners in the business all the very best, and thanks for continuing that great legacy. We go back to Sir Richard Underwood and the great Sir Mike Wilkins, two men that have added so much to our sport of motorcycling in this country, and to think that they started here in the beautiful Eastern Bay, plenty of